Do you need to give up a career to go travelling? Or can you have both? Many people think that travelling and careers don't mix. And for the last 5 years, I was one of these people. I believed if I wanted to travel the world, I'd have to find a job that I could pick up and put down, no matter where in the world I was. This led me to some weird and amazing jobs. It led me to a topless bar, a hostel that was an old female prison, and some fruit picking jobs, and lots of other weird and wonderful jobs along the way. But this video is about telling you that you can have a career and travel at the same time. But you might find it better if you don't. For you guys that don't know me, here's a basic summary of my travel life. You'll probably be able to relate to a lot of it if you're struggling to save for travelling or if you're currently travelling at the moment. I left my career 5 years ago as a dental technician. I went off travelling Australia, Bali and little parts of Europe. But the one problem was I couldn't balance travel and money. I ended up in about £10,000 worth of debt. After paying £10,000 worth of debt in 6 months, I set out to show the world how to balance travel and money. And this is what this YouTube channel is right now, as well as showing you some of my cool adventures. When I left to start my new travel life of long-term travel, I started working at a hostel. This was 17 months ago, and this hostel was in Cranlarrick in Scotland, in the middle of nowhere. And this was brilliant because I was able to see remote parts of Scotland really easy because I was living in one. After the season ended, I decided to work in a hotel in Glasgow. This was also great because I was able to save up a lot of money doing a lot of hours, and I was able to travel on my weekends, my hospitality weekend, so that'd be a Monday or a Tuesday or a Tuesday, Wednesday or whatever days I got off that week, even if it's split. I would end up travelling on those days. And not only did I see a lot of Scotland, I've seen a lot of Europe, so Prague, Copenhagen, Bergamo, Dublin, Belfast, just to name a few. Even working at a hotel, I was able to save up for an epic trip to Iceland for my 30th birthday. About to turn 30 does really affect your travel life. This might seem a little bit stupid, but being 30 means you can't get a lot of working holiday visas that you once could. You're going to be looking at having a future outside of travel. You're going to look at starting a family soon if you're not already doing so. And for me, working in hospitality wasn't a career. I really needed to get back to a career, but I'm not ready to give up traveling. The one thing with travel is you can never have enough. And I really hoped one day these videos would pay for my travel life. This, my blogs, my Fiverr account would all be able to fund me to travel the world. But to be fair, it doesn't look like this is going to happen. It looks like this is going to stay a hobby. And I'm okay with that. So I had this dilemma. Can I still travel and have a career? I'm going to explain to you how you can have a career and travel. I'm going to explain to you how you can get a career before you travel and leave it and come back. And I'm going to explain to you how you can actually use a career to travel better, as well as tell you why you shouldn't get a career while you travel. Before I give you these tips, I'm going to explain to you how I plan to get back into a career. Before leaving for travel, I had a 7-year career as a dental technician. For you guys that don't know what a dental technician is, it's the person that makes the dental appliances that a dentist fits in your mouth. Not all of them, but most of them. Stuff like dentures, veneers, crowns, bleaching trays. It doesn't just come out of a box. It would be someone like myself that would make it personally for you. When I left my career as a dental technician, I was getting people telling me that I'm throwing away my career. You're never going to get a job in dental again. People are not going to take you on after you've had such a break. You're going to forget what you're doing. These are people that I used to work with, and people were scaring me into going travelling. This may be because they actually thought it was the truth, or maybe I was doing something they were too scared to do. But anyway, after a week of looking for a job, I had a brand new job as a dental technician. I went for a trial and got the job. I still remembered how to do things. Yes, I was slower, but I still remembered it. The reason why I tell you this, you might currently be in a career right now that you want to leave to go travelling, and people are telling you that you're throwing your career away. All that training you did is just going to be wasted. You're going to forget how to do things. No one's going to take you on when you've had travel on your CV. That's all lies. It doesn't matter what career you have, you can leave to go travelling. There isn't no one stopping you. So how is this new career affecting my travel life? I've gone from doing 50-hour weeks, working until 1 AM, 2 AM in the morning, to doing less than 40 hours, working 8 till 5, and having the weekends off every weekend. Being able to know when your day's off is easier to plan a schedule. For example, if I went to book a flight somewhere, I know that I've got the weekend off to do it. I can book it months in advance, which makes flying cheaper and easier. I have 28 days off holiday too, so I can plan future trips using holiday allowance. The way I'm explaining this to you, you might be thinking, wow, that just sounds like a normal job. You might be already working 9 to 5, and you're not wrong. It is a normal job. As much as a career is something you'll build up more experience and get higher positions in, you can do that while traveling. There's nothing stopping you. You might go to different countries and use this career to get you jobs within that country. They might do it slightly different, but you're going to learn new ways of doing your job. And when you decide to settle, this is only going to reinforce how good you are at your career. Another reason why you might want to get a career before you travel is you can use a career to get into countries that you might not have been able to get in using normal visas. For example, I have a friend that's doing a bricklaying apprenticeship so he can get into Australia as a skilled worker. And there is ways to get in careers while you travel. There's study visas and working holiday visas that you can pick up skills that you needed for your career to build while you travel. So you could get a career before you go, while you're there, and when you get back. There's nothing stopping you. Saying all this, you might not even want a career when you travel. Take me for an example. Am I annoyed that I wasn't a dental technician for the last 5 years? 100% no. I've had such a great experience working in bars, working in hospitality, and even picking fruit on farms. Stuff that I wouldn't have been able to do if I was a dental technician. I would have sat inside a lab, and the only experiences I would have had is when I left to go travelling. Travel isn't just about going to places, it's experiencing the whole of it. So not having a career and seeing the world in different jobs is also a fantastic part of travel. One bit of advice I can give you, if you're thinking about creating a career, if you've already got a career and you're worried about losing it, and if you're thinking about building a career when you get back, or you're just worried that you might not have a future when you do end up stop traveling, the one bit of advice I can give you is don't let a career stop you from traveling. There is no time period on it. You can get a career when you need one. If you found this video super helpful, then you're going to find this video here more helpful. It's about how to get jobs to fund your travel around the world. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.